Guys, it's been a while since I've done a video on my daily vlog, and I apologize for that, but the truth is, there's been some distractions, which is funny because of the topic of this video, because the distractions are unnecessary distractions, and I want to explain why. So something I started doing yesterday, and I'm going to start doing for a week straight, and to make sure I improve, is I have been writing down the time when I start something and when I stop something. Everything during the work hours. And the reason I'm doing that is because, Jason Morris from Jason Morris Group Coaching and Real Estate Agents That Really Work groups on Facebook, he told me to do this. He said it's something that he did, and how much he realized how much time he wasted and how much he improved on getting things done when he started tracking his activity throughout the day. So I did that yesterday and realized that I am really dropping the ball on doing money-making activities and activities that grow my business, specifically prospecting. Okay, when I prospect, I'll make calls for a little while, then I stop, and I BS for like anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll make some calls, and by the end of a 2-hour prospecting period, I might have only made calls for about 40 minutes. That's horrible. That's horrible. Not to mention after that time period where there was so much time I waste doing things that aren't important, like working on emails or working on systems and email drips and things that I'm not using and aren't important right now. What's the point of having email drips if I don't have past clients? What's the point of having a sphere of influence follow-up plan if I don't have a large sphere of influence and past clients to work on? And yeah, these are projects I probably should have done earlier in my career, and I need to do them at some point. But really the most important thing right now is for me to be getting appointments, getting contracts signed, and putting homes in escrow. That's what is the most important thing that I need to be working on right now. So it was kind of an eye-opener. And to top it off, the last week, some crazy, a lot of expensive financial complications have come into my world. One, my dog had to have surgery. He's old, but he has some cancers, tumors growing from his body, and some of them just were getting really bad. And we had to get surgery done to have him cut off. But, we're not going to fight the cancer. There's nothing we can really do about it. He's too old to do chemo. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But that was about a $300 surgery. Okay. And then we come home last night and find that our shower, a pipe in our shower is leaking, and we have water stains on our dining room ceiling. That's a $1,000 deductible with our home insurance. So here's like these things coming up. We're going on vacation in April to go to DC, and we're just blowing through the savings that was supposed to help carry us while I try to get this real estate business started. But here I am BSing and only really putting 30 to 40 minutes of work into trying to get new business every day for several months now. No wonder I haven't hit the goals that I have set out for myself. So it's a real eye-opener, and it's a really a moment of self-reflection. And I encourage all of you that are struggling to do an exercise like this and make the changes necessary so that you're maximizing your time to do money-making activities that count. Okay? Yes, email drips are important at some point. Yes, training and knowing your systems is important and having systems in place, but The fact of the matter is, none of that is important if you're not making money. Yes, I have one listing. Yes, I have some buyers I'm working with. Yes, I have some potential closes coming up, but I don't have any that's closed yet, and I have nothing in escrow. So in the meantime, I need to be filling my funnel, my business funnel, not just with leads, but with actual converted clients that are going to bring money to me at some point. And at some point much sooner than later. So, guys, I encourage you, do this activity. Get a notebook, put it next to yourself, keep it on you, whatever the case is, and just start writing everything you do from the minute you start your work. Even I'm doing it from the minute I wake up, but I mean, if, at the very least, do it from the minute you sit down and start your work day till you end your work day. You know, it is kind of it's hard to remember to do, but you'll get used to it. But even if you just do a few things throughout the day and you realize that there's so many gaps between starting projects, ending projects, or activities, that you can really, really just, if you stick to your goals, if you stick to your time blocking, if you stick to what the activities that matter, how much more you'll get done. And inevitably, how much more business you're going to create. So I'll keep you posted on that, and let you know how that works out, because obviously as I get successes and as I hit failures, I'm going to continue to share with you all, because I want you all to see not just the fruits of my labor, but the possibilities out there with this business, whether those possibilities are good, whether those possibilities are bad, and my plan is that the possibilities are going to be great, because my goals for myself are still to be the greatest Knoxville-based real estate agent, the most highest producing solo agent in Knoxville. That's my goal for 2018, is to be one of the top new rookie agents in the state, and I'm going to get there, but I have to fix these flaws that I currently have in what I do. Okay, so with that being said, put these types of measurements in place in your own world, and share with me how it goes. Comment below, send me messages, whatever the case may be, and let's elevate the real estate industry by doing the best we can. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll holler at you later. So I don't know why I tried to do this video before I got in the car, because I know you guys are probably tired of seeing me behind the steering wheel doing videos, but for some reason my camera wouldn't let me hit the record button, and now it is. I don't know. Maybe the phone likes recording video in the car. Anyway, I am heading to my listing in Sevierville. I got this strange call I got a call Sunday night or Sunday afternoon from a Sevierville real estate agent wanting to show the property. So they showed the property, and I didn't hear from them that night. And I specifically asked them to call the showing time number and schedule the showing so that they would get a initiated, or whatever the word is, an email asking them to give some feedback so I can share that with the sellers easily. And because it gets done automatically through Showtime, they automatically share any feedback with the seller. So anyway, I didn't hear from them. So last night, I texted the agent around 7:30, asked if they had any feedback, how the showing went, and then I got a text about 9 o'clock asking me about the water damage, and I'm like, what are you talking about, water damage? There's never been water damage in that condo. So they're like, well, let's talk real quick. Can I call you? It's too much to do on text. So we talk, and she proceeds to tell me that as she's showing the house, they get into the basement bathroom, and they can smell mold. And then they, dig around and find a small puddle behind the base behind the sink, the baseboard behind the sink, and they go to the other side of that wall where it's unfinished basement, and they see water and a little bit of mold. So I'm kind of, blown away. She at first thinks that I'm trying to hide this, and I explained to her I had no idea about it, Never seen it. Sellers never told me about it. Sellers never mentioned any water damage. This is obviously, there's still standing water, so this must have happened over the last couple of weeks when we've been getting a lot of rain. But it's really strange in the spot she's talking about, where the hell is this water coming from? Because the house is 2 years old and it's in great condition. So she then tells me that she's heard rumors that the condos in that area have dealt with water problems before. So I'm driving up there today to see if there is any mold and any damage and a puddle of water, and to ask around at the neighbors and the president if this is a true story about the water damage. So worst case scenario, there is water damage, there is mold, and I'm going to have to call the sellers and let them know that we're going to have to pull this property off market until we fix this issue, which is going to suck. Because I have a feeling the sellers are already quite annoyed with the fact that the home has been on market for 35 days now and we haven't gotten an offer. And I've brought them down from $275,000 to $259,000 in price. $259,000 is almost $10,000 less than, the estimated market value. And so they're probably quite annoyed that we haven't sold this house yet. They had it in their head they were going to get big bucks. They were FSBOs before they became listed. And she thought that we were going to list it at $320,000. And I talked to her, and I agreed to do $275,000, knowing that we were going to have to come down. But I did not expect us to come down this far and go this long without an offer. Had quite a few showings. Had about 6-7 showings at this property over the last 35 days, but not a single offer. My opinion is that, it is a great condo. Upstairs is beautiful. The granny suite downstairs is awesome. The amenities are awesome. But one, people don't want to pay $163 on HOA. And two, when you go into the basement to get to the granny suite, you got to walk through about 1,000 square feet of unfinished basement that doesn't even have all drywall up or ceiling done. It's like beams, wall, rafters, and insulation just staring at you, and it's not very appealing, especially when you're expecting to, pay $269,000 for this home. You expect all the living space to be done, and not to have to walk to a separate, to what it genuinely it feels like a separate living space, because you got to walk through this unfinished area. So I think that's what's really holding back any traction on this property. The one thing we have going for us is the condo next door is still listed at $275,000, and so that makes us look a lot better, being at $259,000. But anyway, I'll let you guys know. I'll take some pictures, start the video up again when I get to the house, and we'll share this experience together. I'm hoping that this agent didn't see what they saw, but I really don't see why they would call and lie about something like that. I mean, obviously, if they tried to base an offer off of a lie like that, it would be found out. So, but I'm going to go check anyway. I need to check on my yard sign too, because I had to jerry rig it to stick to the frame, because I didn't have any bolts or zip ties, and I had to take a hanger and twist it in there to hold it in place. So I got zip ties with me. We'll fix that. We'll check out this water rumor, and hopefully it's not a big deal. What's up, guys? I just got done looking through the house. I was going to record it, but I got caught up in the investigation, and then I was going to do a recording outside, but it's freaking cold, man, so I wanted to get in the car. So I went in the bathroom. I looked for standing water, didn't find any. I went behind the bathroom wall and saw, well, it looked like if you didn't know what you were looking at, it probably would look like mold, but it's not mold. It's just where there is some moisture and dust got kicked around and got caught on the wall, and but it's not mold. And then she said she crawled under the house and could see, I don't know, standing water. I just crawled under the house. It's dry. It's pretty. The structure of this building is great. The bones are good. I don't know what she's talking about. I did see, looking for that water she's talking about, though, that the bathroom was built, this bedroom and bathroom was built by the owner of the home, who is a handyman type guy. I think he might even be a contractor. But looking at that work, it doesn't look like contractor style work. That's between me and you. I mean, there's you can look at the electrical socket on the wall, and you can see like where it wasn't cut properly, and you can see kind of where the edge of the square sticks up a little bit further. The tiles aren't flush with the wall. There's a little gap, you know, about this much between the wall, the tile, and then you can see the base, the main floor underneath. But something I did notice was the toilet paper was empty, and there's a towel on the floor, like someone took a shower and stepped out on the towel, but the towel's not wet, and I don't remember that being there before. So I wonder if someone's been over here taking showers and taking shits. I don't know. But everything looks good. I'm not going to bother the neighbors, because I think that the agent was tripping, to be honest. I think they're looking for a reason. But, you know, I finally put some zip ties on my sign. I had to take a coat hanger, chop it up, and twist it to hold the sign in place. But I brought some zip ties with me today and zip tied it on there, so it looks, you know, it doesn't have that white coat hanger pieces hanging off the top now. So I guess I'm going to head home and get some work done, make some more prospect calls, send out some emails. I got a listing appointment today. It seems pretty strong. I'm going to email that guy some information, my listing presentation, and a net sheet. We're going to meet on the 22nd to list his house, which is funny because he actually has, I have to step out, I left the gate open. He actually has some tenants in the house that he feels really obligated to help out. And I found myself on the phone convincing this guy that it's not his responsibility to make sure these people have a home. He wants them to buy the home. He wants them to have an opportunity to buy the home. So I promised him what I would do is do several things. If he decides to list with me, I'm going to connect those tenants with some lenders I know that work with people with low credit scores, 580, as low as 580, and see if we can get them approved for some sort of loan to buy the house. I'm going to connect them with property managers that can help them find a place to rent. And I'm going to give them the web address to, I think it's called Yes Properties or Yes Real Estate or something like that. And basically it's an organization that has a bunch of rental units and rental properties, partner with them, and they allow people to move in with like little to no down payment, people that really just need a place to stay for a short period of time through transition, through catastrophes, things like that. So I'm going to give these people as many outs as possible to help them land on their feet when we sell this house and have to kick them out. So hopefully they're not difficult to deal with. Hopefully they are open to showings, open houses,